Everybody, good morning. Happy Monday. Hopefully you're having an amazing Monday morning. Good ride in. Just getting out of the gym here. And I wanted to ask you guys, what are you willing to do? It's something I had to ask myself probably going on 6 or 7 years ago now. What am I willing to do? If you're stuck either, financially or mentally, physically, I was definitely stuck financially, despite having superior knowledge, right? I had a lot of knowledge in engineering and solar engineering and architecture, construction as a builder, but financially I was fairly stuck. I had made a lot of money, lost a lot of money. I had $1 million home, lost $1 million home. Probably like a lot of you guys, roller coaster ride. I've had a really, really good life, but there's definitely been some ups and downs. So when I finally hit that wall many years ago, I just kind of took a look around and I had a paradigm shift. I said, you know what, it's time to knuckle down. So what I did is I sold everything. I had a motorcycle, I sold that. I had a Corvette, I sold that. I had snowmobiles, sold that. I sold everything. And I even lowered my cable, no movie channels. And I started studying. So I started studying wealth building, the mindset. And I started another revenue stream on the side and started just building wealth and really learning how wealthy people think and act and operate. And that's when I met Bob Proctor as well. And the rest is history. He's become a really good friend and a mentor. But so I want to ask you guys, what are you willing to do? I hear people complaining and bitching all the time about their finances, or they're stuck, or every time I try something it doesn't work. But they don't understand that life is 95% mindset and 5% skill set. Think about that. 95% mindset, 5% skill set. So you can go to school, you can study real estate, you can take all the courses till you're blue in the face. It's your mindset that's going to dictate your success. So again, if you're stuck, what are you willing to do? You might have to do something drastic. If you're stuck physically, then guess what? You might have to get up at 4 a.m. and get to the gym at 5 in order to reshape your body over time. But it's your body. Nobody else is going to do it for you. So we can either keep making excuses, or we can do some things that have a paradigm shift. Either working out late at night, early in the morning. If you have kids, work out at home. Switch off with your spouse. Figure it out, because it's so easy just to make excuses about kids and, my mom's sick, or whatever that is. And I'm not trying to belittle that or downplay any of that. Everybody has a lot of stuff going on, and so do I. But I see a lot of people, when we start working with clients, we really highlight right away, okay, you have a blind spot here, blind spot here, blind spot here. This is what you're doing. And if you want what you're telling me, if you want to get to $50,000 a month in income, or if you want to, have that stage-ready body, or just live a healthy, wealthy life, then you're going to have to stop buying these excuses and do something over here to have a paradigm shift. But it's all choices. It's all choices. So there's no free rides, right? There's no free lunch, no free rides. It wasn't a free ride for me. I have friends of mine that went from nothing to, multi-millionaires, and there was no free rides. They had to sacrifice for a period of time. But sacrifice is not a bad thing. I think that's where kind of a misnomer. Sacrifice is giving up something of a lower value for something of a higher value. That's all it is. So it might be, you might have to quit golfing for a year or two in order to put time into some wealth building activities. So then 2 years later, you can golf at St. Andrews, golf all over the world, and take 6 months off. See what I mean? So it's all about sacrifice. If you want a perfectly healthy body, you're going to have to sacrifice some time, get your ass to the gym, running, eat good. You're going to have to sacrifice, not eating like crap all the time, which feels good, right? So, but sacrifice is not a bad word. It just means giving up something of a lower value for something of a higher value. So guys, what are you willing to do, right? Again, there's no free rides. I was talking with a client yesterday, or a potential client, and she was just really stuck in her thinking. And we were on the phone for a while, and every time I suggested something, immediately it was like, no, I can't do that. No, that won't work. No, this won't happen. This is what happened in the past. It just went all the way. It was just negative. And it's not her fault. It's not anybody's fault. It's just programming. It's paradigms. But so here you have somebody that's proven by his results that I know what I'm talking about. And I was suggesting things to do, and it was just, no, I can't. And obviously that's a brick wall, because if we're not willing to change our thinking and change the things we're doing, then we're going to continue to get the same results, right? That's the definition of insanity, expecting different results but doing the same thing over and over again. So guys, you got to ask yourselves that too. Are you coachable? Are you willing? Are you open to listen to somebody that has maybe been where you are and now is not. That's what I did. I just listened to Bob Proctor. I'm not claiming that this material is mine. Bob's been studying for 60 years. I did exactly what he told me, even if I didn't want to do it or didn't like to do it, or if it meant sacrifice, because I wanted a much better life. I wanted a much more fulfilling life. I want to come and go as I please. I want to be able to operate from anywhere in the world. I mean, I love what we do for businesses. I'm not somebody that's going to golf every day. You can only golf so much. My big thing is I love helping people. I love helping corporations, so that's what I do. And, you know, I'm not all the way there, but we're about 90% there to where I could just, you know, pick up and go anywhere I want, travel the world, and operate my businesses from a laptop. So we're close. You know, it's been a 5-year plan to get where I want to go. And then I have another client, a young guy. I highlighted him the other day a couple of times. His name's Kenny Coleman, who was very open-minded, 23 years old, making about $2,000 a month. He did exactly what I told him. He didn't have precondition. Well, he had some paradigms. I mean, we all have a paradigm, but he was pretty wide open, and he was willing to do whatever it took, because he told me he wanted to get to, well, at the time, you know, $10,000 a month. We smoked past that in a very short period of time, but at the time he was making $2,000 a month, and he wanted to get to $10,000 a month. So he did exactly what I told him. And the first thing he did, which blew my mind, I didn't tell him to do this, is he actually sold his car to invest with us, to come work with us. Now, I didn't tell him to do that. I was just working with him on some different ways that we could connect together, because obviously, you know, the programs we have, or the wealth building programs, are an investment. So he tried a bunch of things. I mean, I think he talked to 40 banks. He looked at credit cards. His credit was shot. And he finally came up with the idea on himself. He's down there in Florida. He's like, you know what? I can walk where I need to walk. I work from home. He's like, I'm going to sell my car. And he did. It was crazy. And then, you know, within 4 weeks, we got him up to $5,000 a month with just a couple of simple tweaks. It's not rocket science. When we have blinders on, the information we need, it's not like it's a Harvard level stuff. It's just little tweaks and little shifts. And within 4 months, he was doing $10,000 a month, which was his goal. And I had planted the seed of getting to $100,000 a month, you know. So we're 6 months in now. We've only known each other 6 months. Didn't know each other before that. And he's had multiple $10,000 weekends. Right? He makes more than most adults that have been working for 40 years in a weekend than they make in a month or 2 months even, right? $10,000 a month. I mean, that's, you know, if you average that out, that'd be $500,000 a year. And he's 23 years old. So, but he was open-minded and coachable and willing to do what somebody that had demonstrated by the results was telling them to do. You guys see the difference? So I want to ask you guys, what are you willing to do? Maybe comment below here. What are you willing to do? Because it's going to be a sacrifice. There's no free lunches, no free rides. And in order to get that perfectly healthy body, or not a perfectly healthy body, but just healthier, if you're somebody that has disease or dis-ease, you're going to have to listen to somebody that knows what the hell they're doing, just like I had to. I had to put the ego aside and listen to somebody, you know. So guys, we have this wealth mindset private group. A lot of you have probably seen that. And we work on this stuff together. We're breaking paradigms in there. It's a bunch of like-minded people. It's a free group, but it's a private group because we get a little bit deeper in this stuff. So if you're looking to break some paradigms, if you're looking to you know, build some wealth or understand the mindset it might take to balance wealth and physicality and relationships and all of it, then go ahead and join that group. I put the link in here. We got a little over 500 people really, really quick, and it's a great community. A lot of people have been sharing some really, really good stuff. It is not a place to come prospecting. You know, if you're in a business, it's not a place. We'll boot you right out for that, because this is a community of people helping people with sincere advice and sincere coaching and teaching that'll help people. Now, here's the thing, guys, too. When I was talking with this client, I tried to highlight to her that we become what we think. We literally become what we think. And every time I mentioned something, it was just all about the past and how it didn't work. And everything I was saying, it was just, no, that won't work. And I'm stuck. And I've been stuck. And this didn't work in the past. So she's literally a product of her thinking. We all are. I am too. So are you. In all science and all theology, they agree on this one thing. We literally become what we think. Our subconscious mind is a garden. And whatever you plant, your body will return through the laws of nature and God. Now, that's not my opinion. If you plant a carrot seed, you're never going to get a turnip. Think about this. If you plant the carrot seed, 100% of the time, you are going to get a carrot. You're not going to get a turn up. So if we are planting seeds of doubt and fear and always talking about the past and what didn't work and we're negative, you're going to breed a negative life. You're going to breed a depressed body and a low vibration, and you're just going to keep getting failure after failure after failure because you're planting negative fear, doubt, and worry in the subconscious mind. Right? If you are always thinking about debt and if you're always worried about foreclosure, you're going to get foreclosed on. That's what's in the subconscious mind. That's what the subconscious mind hears, and that's what it'll produce. And it will self-sabotage you, and you'll just keep having failure after failure. Now, conversely, if we plant seeds of prosperity and wealth and hope and faith, then over time, you will see things in your life start to change. You'll see your income change. You'll see your relationships change. You'll see your body change. Everything about you will change. Your vibrational range will change, and you will... you'll start to see success and results in your life. So this is the type of stuff we work with in this group. And if you're looking to make some breakthrough, guys, really good group to jump in. So I look forward to seeing you in there. Hopefully this has been a little helpful. I want you to really think about this. You, me, everybody, every single human being in this planet, we become what we think. Your dominant thoughts. So if you wake up and you're thinking chaos, fear, doubt, worry, what about the bills? What about the taxes? What about whatever? You're going to just attract more of that through the laws of magnetism and vibration and the laws of attraction. And again, a lot of people think the law of attraction is an ethereal thing, but I promise you it's a physics and a science thing. It's a universal principle that responds to the law of vibration, which is, it's a law of nature just like gravity or electricity or magnetism, right? So hopefully this has been helpful, guys. If you have any questions, or if you want to join the group, go ahead and click on the link here. Look forward to seeing you in there. And have a great day, and God bless.